Nobody asked me how I got interested in ukuleles all of a sudden and alternate tunings for ukuleles and teaching kids ukulele and all that stuff. But I'm going to talk about it anyway, because nobody asked me, but here's my advice for a young man or woman who's living this life in a world gone to hell where nobody's safe. Do not go quietly unto your grave. So it all hinges on the inevitable downfall of civilization. Now, I like a good prepper channel just as much as the next guy. It's one of my favorite genres on tech YouTubes. My favorite is Demcat, by the way, from Flint, Michigan. Now, he's really smart, but like the general prepper argument tends to be contingent on everybody being stupid as fuck and totally ignorant of the general situation, and they're going to be caught with their pants down and get, marauded upon by a bunch of roving bandits, right? They're committing the sin of assuming shit, acting like everybody's stupid as fuck, totally ignorant and not well informed, and that's what politicians do. I'm talking about human beings here. So, if you want to talk about and rule, shit hits the fan and without rule of law and how that's actually going to be playing out, it's like, have you ever committed the sin of assuming shit and assumed how happy everybody's going to be when they don't have to pay rent, don't have to make house payments, don't have to go to work, don't have to worry about car insurance, life insurance, all of that shit, medical bills, it's going to be paradise. It's going to be a utopia. And, at the very latest, since the pestilence, the miasma, the corona apocalypse has befallen us, people got food, man. They know to stock up, keep a full pantry, plenty of rice and pasta and all that stuff. So I'm just going to hand wave the issue of food. Also, have you ever thought about how more people know about gardening and agriculture and serious growing of edible plants and hunting and animal behavior, and more game animals are like in overpopulation now, and boredom's going to be your real enemy. That'll make people violent way more faster than turning into Mad Max barbarians. And also, assuming that nobody's got weapons, everybody already got weapons, because they're cool as fuck. And it doesn't matter where you are and what the gun laws are and stuff. There are medieval halberds and crossbows and machetes and shit that are awesome, and everybody wants to have them. And slingshots and, those high-pressure pellet guns that are, like, as powerful as a 22. Yeah, everybody's got that shit already. So I'm going to hand-wave that, too. Boredom. That's what's going to get you. Now, that's going to be less of a problem now, too, than ever before, because with all this, de facto legalization, decriminalization of drugs, there's more marijuana in everybody common hands, not just dealers and shit. Everybody's growing weed and stuff, and it grows all over the place because it is a weed. So everybody's going to be high as fuck and bored as fuck. So you got to have ukuleles and instruments, because, we're all going to have a supply of batteries too, but, 5 years or something, that will all be gone, So ukuleles and being able to play trippy shit for the people who are all stoned. Because, it doesn't matter. The marijuana supply ain't going to run out, And there are so many other, if you get into ethnobotanicals, you can make your own ayahuasca. I mean, the fixins ain't that hard to find. You can even order them legally online because they ain't prohibited plants that it comes from. So, everybody's going to be high as fuck, bored as fuck, and all these people that say they can't play and are totally non-musical, give them an open-tuned ukulele like this, where you can't miss. Everything you do is going to be like hitting some kind of chord, and it's going to sound like Sonic Youth, or some kind of Indian music, or, non-Western. And sitting around the campfire singing Kumbaya and playing trippy shit on the ukulele, but you just learned how to play. You know, just learning how to play, that's going to keep a lot of bored, stoned people in entertainment for a long time to come. And so many different possibilities with the different tunings. It's almost like having different instruments. Why ukuleles and not acoustic guitars? They're portable. So if shit hits the fan without rule of the law, it really turns into like a gigantic camping trip. Like some people say, it's going to be fun as fuck, man. I'm still learning how to play myself, by the way, hence the constant jump cuts. But you can make them really easy, you know? Like this, I just have it tuned in a minor dyad. Because a minor third is the soul of rock and roll, and you can also use it for like pseudo-Indian stuff. Holding the ukulele, I don't know, straps, I guess that's going to be a thing. This is made out of some kind of high-tech carbon fiber plastic that'll never break because it's the Waterman, and I got it for $19.95, worthless Eurobucks on sale in Tomon. I think they'd sell it for $60 normally, but it's waterproof for your post-apocalyptic kayak canoeing expedition. So that was sort of a Shy Squad song, but not really. And then the U-bass, this is technically a full-fledged bass guitar and not a ukulele at all. And it's made of laminated bamboo, so it ain't gonna break either. And this one, got it for $19.95. This is really is a kid's thing, but it's really a full-fledged instrument too. It's a soprano from Ukeleles by Kala, and I got this one tuned so you can do power chords on it. It's in straight fourths with some kind of high thing on top. Or something. Anyway, you can do power chords on it. What about barter during SHTF? That's another thing nobody talks about too. Because like the sensible thing to do would be grow a lot of marijuana now and have a ton on hand to barter with. But like everybody's already doing that. And you know, these Kala ukes, you can get them for like $19.95 still now, which is cheaper than ever because our fiat currency, doesn't matter where you are, is worthless. So you pick up like 10 or 20 or 30 of these, which is a small investment considering the depreciated currency we got, and you hand them out to people with kids, especially. Keeping the kids busy during SHTF is going to be a major task, and they can just bang on them because you tune them open, it doesn't even sound that unpleasant. And maybe they want to learn themselves because they're going to be bored as fuck, and you could do a lot worse because you don't want to barter with your food. You keep the food, right? But keep the people entertained because it's going to be boring, and that way everybody can have fun in their post-apocalyptic utopia.